We are all aware of the tape of the last Federation starship to come into contact with the Jaradan. It graphically demonstrates what happened when that captain offended them.
Captain Picard is familiar with that data.
we never actually find out what happened to that other captain, right?
What do you guys think is the thing that's going to happen to him?
I think he was horribly dismembered. Like, I think he was, like, graphically murdered. But they don't actually say it, but that's really the impression, you know?
Yeah, it's funny because it's the whole thing's played for laughs, but the implication is that's really horrible. I'm convinced that the last captain had he had his removed.
Where's your evidence for that?
Yeah.
For no reason whatsoever.
Because they allude to it being horrible, and yet somehow it's played for laughs. So I'm like, well, if they'd cut off his hand or his foot, it wouldn't be very funny.
I don't know having your cut off is very funny either. That seems like it would be awful.
No, but not in real life. But for them to play as somewhat as a joke, like, and the fact that Roddenberry probably wrote this episode.
It's like, yeah, when it says, oh, there's graphic detail, I'm like, is it sexually graphic or violently graphic? What kind of graphic are we talking about?
Yeah, and that implies taking the first captain's and using it as a hat.
I don't know. Well, okay, that's my theory. What's your theory?
My theory? I already told you my theory. It's definitely graphic. I mean, I kind of am leaning towards the penis hat theory now that it's out there.
Lola, what do you think happened to the last captain?
I don't know. I honestly, just assumed that it was bad.
I feel like you do know.
I honestly just thought it was just like, oh, it was really bad politically, and that's why this was important. I didn't have any consideration for the captain, for the last captain.
I see. They got financial. They got sanctions.
Yeah. Nothing's more graphic than political repercussions.
Or they took off their like white shiny glove and slapped him in the face.
This is what I would imagine. I would imagine this awkward pause, and then they transport his whole body away, but leave his head.
I was gonna say just transport away his skin.